Hello, my friend. Amner Hunter here from amnerhunter.com. Happy to spend some time with you on this video. Today, we're going to be checking out a couple of new interesting plugins by Safari Pedals. These plugins are meant to give you vintage analog coloration and sounds. You can use them in many audio sources. The first one, it's called Time Machine, and the second one, it's called Gorilla Drive. In this video, I'm gonna show you audio examples throughout different instruments in a mix, and also I'm gonna show you the features and controls of these plugins. There are free trials available for both of these tools, so go ahead and check them out. In the video description, I'm gonna leave you the link for that. Before we begin with the content, let me invite you quickly to my website, amnerhunter.com, where I have some additional freebies, such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players about music productivity in your home studio. Additionally, I have some tools such as some collections of guitar impulses, some collections of drum sample packs, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to check out the blog or this channel, which I am updating almost daily with tons of cool music production tutorials and resources for your home studios. All right, full disclosure, Safari Pedals approached me and sponsored this video. They contacted me to try out this couple of VSTs, but consider this my own opinions about the plugins. They don't put their word into my judgment of these plugins, and the people behind this company is watching the video in the same time as you do. So let's go to my DAW and check out what are these about. So first we have the Time Machine, which you could think that it's a delay plugin or reverb or something, but it's actually a combination of filters, compression, and analog and saturation that will give you different vibes for the different decades, right? All of these sounds were very popular on these decades, such as the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and 80s, and you can choose one of the four in the center of the plugin like this, and this will give you sometimes pretty drastic. For instance, in the 50s, the analog world was very new and all of the lo-fi stuff was very popular, and you start to go ahead in time till the 80s and you have less of that, but you have more compression, right? So it includes an input and output, and with this you also introduce compression. It doesn't matter the decade that you choose here. The more you increase this, of course, you have more compression. All right, you can also introduce noise like vinyl, crackle, stuff like that with this knob. Pretty cool that you have a separate control for that. You can use it pretty clean without it, and you can introduce a lot of noise. You double click in any parameter and it resets by default. You have also a blend knob, right? Like a mix control to blend the unprocessed and processed signal. You have an input and output. One thing that I love in modern plugins is the auto gain function. All right, so when you audition before and after the processing of the plugin, the loudness and volume will remain the same. Pretty cool. Let's check out the other plugin, Gorilla Drive, a plugin meant to give you analog and warm saturation with a very simple to use interface. You have an input and output that can be linked with the auto gain, right? So you introduce saturation with this and the output will remain the same, and you have a bypass switch here, a phase flip also, and you have a blend control. This tone knob, it's like a tilt filter, where if you have it like this, you have more lows, and if you have it like this to the right, clockwise, you have more highs. This can give you a very cool bottom end if you put it counterclockwise. This can be used in all of the instruments that you might think of. All right, so let's start with the Time Machine here. Let's engage the auto gain. Okay, 60s. 70s. Okay, a bit more compression, more bottom end. The 50s is the one with the more lo-fi sound, right? The blend, no processing. You can introduce more compression to any decade. You can hear the snap in the drums. Let's bring up the noise, right? It's like vinyl or something. You can also leave the sound clean. Let's use the Gorilla Drive on these drums. With a small amount that you add, you start to introduce quite a lot of saturation. So brighter. Very cool low end here. Maybe you need to control the output. Let's use these plugins on the bass. It's a synthesized sound that's pretty boring actually, and we can add some analog character and vibes. Okay, you have some crackle there. In the 80s you have more bottom end, right? Let's test the Gorilla Drive here. Cool saturation. Bypass. Cool. Right, and also let's check out the Gorilla Drive here. I'm gonna test it in a moment before the distortion, because you can fatten a lot the guitar sound and add more gain to the existing guitar sound before the amp. Before. Cool, sounds great in guitars before or after the amp itself. Very powerful 70s and 80s low end. Let's test the Gorilla Drive here on the synths. Awesome. Very cool harmonics. Filling up the sound, right, with something that it's not there because of the harmonics added. Finally, let's test it here on this vocals.
Add another day, another try to break away. Once I start to heal, it leads me to self-betray. Pain remains running through my veins. Add another day, another try to break away. Once I start to heal, it leads me to self-betray. Pain remains running through my veins. Add another day, another try to break away.
Finally, let's test the Gorilla Drive here on this vocal track.
Add another day, another try to break away. Once I start to heal, it leads me to self-betray. Pain remains running through my veins.
You can introduce a lot of distortion and saturation, and you can make parallel processing with the blend, right? Like the 50%, for instance.
Another day, another try to break away. Once I start to heal, it leads me to self-betray.
So let me know down below in the comment section what you think of this couple of plugins by Safari Pedals. I'm gonna be very happy to read your comments and opinions, and if you have a question, I'm gonna be very happy to answer it as well. Before we go, let me invite you one last time to my website, amnorhunter.com, where I have some additional freebies for you, such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players. Also, I have some free tools, such as some collections of guitar impulses, some collections of drum sample packs, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to check out the blog or this channel, which I am updating weekly with tons of free content. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it very much. I will see you very soon in the next video. All right, take care.